following the news, I guess you know that up down here in the southeast, about a month ago, we had a tremendous ice storm, and it just ravaged a lot of places. I mean, even to this day, they're still having to cut down trees along the sides of the highways and roads that came in. They trimmed them real quick and got rid of them right near the edge, and they've been out there. It's terrible. And I'm sure if you watch the Golf Channel, and really most media outlets covered it, a tree known as Ike's Tree on the left side of the 17th fairway at Augusta National was so heavily damaged by the ice on it, with branches and limbs just breaking down and falling down, they had to cut the whole tree down. And anybody who knows anything about the history of Augusta National and President Eisenhower know that it's called Ike's Tree because Ike basically totally despised it and disliked it. And it was on the left side, and he hit a big fade, and he was notorious for hitting it because he didn't have the power and the height to hit it over it. Today, since then, I mean, that's nothing for the players. They just rip it right over the top of that tree. But the point I want to make is two things. Number one, there's a book that came out last year, a Surgeite, who actually lives about probably 10 miles from where I'm standing right here. He lives in Greer, South Carolina. A gentleman by the name of David Sowell wrote a book called Ike, Golf, in Augusta. Unbelievably great read. And I think I want to bring it up, and just with the Masters coming up, this has got to be a great read for you. The back of the cover has a nice picture of Ike holding a Woodwood driver. And I'm pretty sure, I've read the whole book, I'm pretty sure it talks about Ike's Tree here. I couldn't find it, so I could read a point of it in here. But Ike despised that tree so much, he lobbied as hard as a president of the United States could lobby with the board of whoever at Augusta National back then, and Clifford Roberts was the chairman back then, to cut that tree down. And no matter what, they would not cut that tree down. And even for the president of the United States, who was just one of the greatest ambassadors there ever was for golf, Ike just loved to play golf, and he loved to go to Augusta. This is a great read. But the surge is going to end right now with a prediction, and see if I'm basically going to hit a home run out of the park with this one. I'd be willing to bet, and Scout's on, and I'm an Eagle Scout, I have not heard any reports about anything, read anything, heard anything, or whatever, because even from where I'm standing now, I'm only like 2.5 hours from Augusta National. I'll be willing to bet they have replaced the old Ike tree with a new Ike tree, and probably, I wouldn't doubt, it's probably almost exactly to the exact same dimensions. And I'll be willing to bet there's a tree back there, because what better to honor President Eisenhower than bringing back a new Ike tree? And so, just see if we'll see if that's correct. But that's my guess. And if you want a great read, get Ike, Golf, at Augusta, and it's available now, and I guess in most bookstores or whatever. And it's by David Sowell, Ike, Golf, in Augusta, and be a great read to catch up on some great history about Augusta National and what it's like to be the President of the United States of America, because he's got a lot of things about Ike and during his times as president, even in the White House and everything else. So great read, and enjoy the Masters this year. That's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.